I saw her standing in the street alone. Her head was down, face locked onto her phone. And I wished I'd had a number so I could be color unknown. And then I tell her to look into my eyes and never let it go.
When you shop in the Safeway app, you can count on us to choose fresh produce, guaranteed.
What's popping off? What's popping, y'all? We're finally getting a little bit more detail on the photo that a lot of us weren't sure where the context was or how accurate it was. And that was the photo of David with what seemed like two kids paying them off in Lake Elsinore, right around the street, or where it was supposed to be right around the street where the victim, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, lived, or where she lived before she ran away. And initially, I didn't know if this was actually true, but then TMZ had posted it, and they said that, yes, this was right next to where she lived, and it's official that they were paying somebody off. And then somebody that knew one of the people got paid posted a video to TikTok. I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
Yo, what's good, everyone? I know y'all want some more information with this picture. Like I said, man, my homie sent me this like 6 months ago. Something like that. I didn't even think about it at the time, bro. Fast forward to now, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy to say something, bro. The news came out about the girl. I put two and two together, and now we got this pic, bro. Here we are with this pic, bro. I got in contact with the homie who showed me this picture in the first place, and he messaged this kid, and I'm about to show you those messages right now. Basically, it starts off with him, "If you really try to ruin your life, I will help you, bud." He says, "Dude, please. Actually, Ethan, you don't know how bad this is, bro." Says, "Explain how bad it is then." So he says, "Oh, this was a secret." This wasn't supposed to get out. David didn't know how old the girl was. She was lying and saying she was 19 when he was 20, and the second he found out, he took her home. And since we were dumbass kids, we tried to blackmail him, and we really messed up. And if you keep that video up, you could ruin his life for doing nothing wrong over a girl lying, and then you could ruin my life because he would know I leaked it, and I could go to jail for like slandering him.
Uber One for Students is a premium membership that offers exclusive benefits.
All right, so I'm assuming you clicked on this video because you either graduated high school or you're about to graduate high school this June. And I just wanted to say congratulations to finally making it out of hell. You know, say goodbye to all the homework assignments, annoying kids, boring classes, stupid teachers, all those moments you was wishing that you would just graduate already. Now that day's here. Honestly, life after high school tends to be an exhilarating feeling because you have just completed high school. Because after going through the days of like senior sign out, prom, then to graduation, it feels magnificent. This is the day that most kids are looking forward to. Once you walk across that stage and you grab your diploma, there is no looking back. At that moment, you made your parents happy, you made your people happy, and most importantly, you got the fuck out. Now you can collect all your graduation gifts, take pictures with your classmates, say goodbye to that one lower classman that you were cool with, because this might be the last time you'll ever see these people again. The best thing about actually graduating high school is the senior summer because you actually got mad time to do whatever you want. The one chance you are given to actually be an adult and actually have freedom, you get to spend it doing whatever. Some people typically like to party, others like to go straight to work and get that bag. But as the days go by and the long summer begins to set in, you begin to realize a lot of things about high school. That most of the shit that happened in high school really doesn't matter. Like some of the courses you took in school, that shit don't matter. School beef, that shit don't matter. Your grades, that shit honestly doesn't matter unless you're going to college. And honestly, nobody cares. The people that actually fought for popularity and cared about what other people think, that shit really doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say high school is a complete waste of time, but all that time you spent in algebra class learning bullshit, depending on what career you're getting yourself into, this shit really doesn't matter in the end. Another thing that you begin to notice is how some of your classmates or people that you called friends disappear so fast. Like one moment you're sitting with them at the lunch table, then after graduation, they just disappear off the radar. Like you try to find them on their socials, their whole profile has been wiped. Instagram deactivated, no trace to be found. These are the type of people that usually dip after a week or two, feeling like they need a fresh start in their life, but it makes you wonder if they really actually fuck with you like that. But who cares, you know, because you probably got that one friend or that group of friends that you walked out of high school with. Even though it may not be a lot of people, you're grateful for them because you actually got good friends. But here's one of the most crucial realizations that you really didn't expect that life would hit you this fucking hard. Like no amount of ass whoopings could prepare you for the freight train that's gonna hit you. After graduating high school, you really begin to think, what the hell do I do now? And I'm telling you, it's worse, especially if you're one of those kids that peaked in high school. Like, bro, you were nominated to most likely succeed. Now look at yourself. But you know, everybody got their own path. Some kids have had theirs made up for themselves months prior. But there's usually 4 typical paths that I see most kids follow after graduation. Yo, what's up? If you're enjoying this video so far, please consider subscribing to the channel for some more cool content. And if you like me and want to get to know me more, follow me on my socials. I also started a brand new Discord server called Core Club. Consider joining if you really want to help the community grow. Links are in the description. All right, but I'm gonna shut up now and let you get back to the video. Path number 1, college. All right, so this is basically the DLC pack to school when everything on average costs like 100 grand and the work is more challenging. To most people, college is seen as the most safest route because in reality, you're really just avoiding adulthood at a mild rate than you would if you didn't attend college. Some kids are actually locked in on their studies and then there's other kids that just like to spend time partying. But when you actually go to college, you're gonna recognize that there are some kids that go to college, figure out that it's not for them and just drop out. And honestly, I respect them because it's not easy making that decision because most kids really just ride out out the 4 years, realize that it's not for them when they're already $40,000 in debt. Before you go to college, figure out what you want to major in first or what's the purpose of you going into school, then figure out if it's really for you. To me, college nowadays is really like a gamble because most jobs aren't even hiring at this point. Like, if you already invested mad money into a career and you haven't even landed a job, there is no point in you going to college. Path number 2, trade school. Now, I don't know if this is just me, but I felt like after I graduated high school, I started to notice that more kids stopped going to college and actually started committing more to trade school. Like, all the niggas in my circle were talking about like how this was the quickest way to stable living and getting a Hellcat. All the trappers and scammers immediately after that all became plumbers and electricians. It's crazy. Like, I really don't know what's a better redemption arc than that. Now, what they could be saying is true, but what they didn't say is how trade school is actually some hard work. Like, this is some blue collar shit. Depending how you look at it, the hours can be brutal because you got to wake up at the ass crack of dawn, be given your location, and actually go do some labor. Like, you're getting your hands dirty. And no matter what it may be, electrical, HVAC, construction, etc., that shit ain't easy. From what most people tell me, trade school is good though, because after waking up mad early in the day, the rest of the day is yours. You just sacrificing the hell out your body. Because by the time you're 25, your joints ain't gonna be the same. You're gonna sound like the Tin Man. Path number 3, the military. Now, when it comes to the military, this path couldn't be any more clear. Whether if you enlisted into the Army, the Marines, the Navy, the Coast Guard, once you sign that contract, it's off to the barracks for you. As long as you're doing your service, basically a lot of shit is taken care of for you in the military. One thing you can actually appreciate about the military or any type of service that you decide to go in is that they offer financial assistance. So if you ever decide to change your mind and pursue school, you actually got some assistance right there. There's a lot of good benefits to the military, but I feel like nowadays I don't see most kids go to the military. I don't know, man. I feel like we're in a time where most niggas are open-minded and we don't want to go to war and shit. You know, plus kids rather become professional risk takers. Path number 4, gap year. Now, a gap year can mean 2 things. A gap year can mean a year where you're actually taking time off to figure out what you want for yourself, or it really just means wasting your time away and not doing anything. Kids are really out here taking a gap year just doing anything but the thing that they intended to do. Laying in bed, doom scrolling on TikTok. Honestly though, taking a gap year is definitely one of the better decisions that you can make after getting out of high school, because when you're 18, you don't know shit about shit. At your current age, you're not supposed to have these things figured out, and that's okay. Like, I've been out of high school for 2 years and I'm still figuring out what I want. Like, it's better to make good use of your time, try new things, figure out what you want to do, get a part-time job, and most importantly, enjoy yourself. Like, you have the rest of your summer to look forward to. At least spend your time having fun, but also putting belt to ass. Here's the big part that clicks in your brain after you graduate high school. Realizing that you have to do adult stuff because nobody else is going to do it for you. I mean, your parents might help you along the way, but eventually you're going to have to start wiping your own ass. But you know, there are the basics to being an adult, like, you know, learning how to do the laundry, cooking, cleaning. I feel like some kids already know how to do this off rip. If you don't know how to do this and you're at the current age of 18 and above, you really are a bozo. After being out of school for so long, you begin to realize how empty your bank account is. So you know what that means? A job. Like, you could be at your job and it could be some bullshit, or it could be something that you really enjoy. But you actually have this realization that, wow, I basically work, pay my bills just to survive in this world. And this is what I do till the day I die. Yeah, that's basically life until you figure out what you want to do with yourself. But here's a big wake-up call. The fact that you actually gotta start paying for your bills. When you start paying for your bills, it's really the part of the real world that you actually start to fucking hate. Like, it could be your phone bill, rent, car insurance, fucking Apple. Yo, those guys are actually scammers. I got charged for like $3 like the other day. Like, what the fuck? Whatever. Once you actually start paying for any type of expenses, you really start feeling like yourself. You be like, ah, shit, I'm the man, I'm the adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can pay for my own bills. Fast forward like 3 months, you don't want to pay for shit. Like, everything is too fucking expensive. And the thing that sucks about being an adult now is that everything is too fucking expensive. But I got a perfect hack to this. I'm telling you, this is like the unlimited food glitch. Yo, just take your food from your parents. It works all the fucking time because they feel bad for you. Like, shit, why not? You want some basic accessories like toothpaste, soap, toilet paper? Take that shit from your parents. Easiest way to survive. Matter of fact, live with your parents. Everything right now is too fucking expensive. Like, who's the adult? Clearly not me, nigga, the fuck. Even when you feel like you're prepared for adulthood, you're really not. But, you know, ain't no way of learning better than figuring this shit out. Also, learn how to do your taxes. When it comes to high school, you really got to take a step back and realize how small and insignificant high school is compared to the real world. Like I said in the beginning, most of it doesn't matter. When I go around and ask people if they still miss high school, 99% of those people say fuck no, which is a response that you want to get. Except for the, the people that peaked in high school. This was the moment where these people felt like they had it all. Like you could be the life of the party, the beloved athlete, or the popular school thought. They were just living in the moment. School was a joke to them, and social status was the thing that most of them cared about. The way I look at it, you don't want to be the person that's constantly reflecting on how things used to be in the past. You want to focus on the future and how you want to shape it. Man, I really do love life after high school though, because it feels like there is truly nothing stopping me at that point. Like there's usually like one or two barriers kind of holding us back, and one of those barriers is school. The best thing of being out of high school and granted the rank of adult is the fact that you can really just enjoy yourself and pave your own path. Like I'll sometimes look back to when I was in high school and all the memories I made, but I love my life now, and I actually got time to focus on things that I actually want to pursue. Life doesn't feel like a complete fucking waste at this point. To all the kids who recently just graduated high school and the ones who have already graduated, I hope this video adds some value to your life. But that concludes this video. I love you guys, and goodbye.
I know I usually do a recap at the end of every year, covering everything that happened from influencers to politics to memes. And I'm happy to say that will be coming out. But this September, I could make an account on the website before 2021. Some cute couple role plays, such goals. I'm not gonna lie, two men having a fictional conversation option is revolting. So all the Gen Z kids started fighting back and crowding the streets, slowly adding up to more and more until the police couldn't handle it. And in the middle of this revolt, for some reason, there was a random British tourist there vlogging to witness it all. When all other media fails and there's no other source, always count on a random British man in a miscellaneous country recording it.
The other day, I woke up to two things. One, forgetting my hydro flask at a damn soccer field, resulting in someone taking it. Two, the realization that Gen Z might struggle with some of the worst addictions of all time. A few years ago, one of my closest coworkers at the time looked me square in the face and asked, "Yo, bro, what are you addicted to?" I thought to myself, damn, that's a pretty loaded question to ask at 1 p.m. behind the cash register at a damn shoe store. Nonetheless, I thought about it and didn't know how to answer on the spot. And so I looked at him and said, "I'm gonna be honest, bro, I don't even know. What about you? What makes you ask that question?" "Bro, I think I'm addicted to dopamine, bro." My 18-year-old self thought, dopamine? What the hell's this guy on about, bro? I had only recently just barely passed chemistry as neutrons, protons, and on about, bro. I had only recently just barely passed chemistry as neutrons, protons, and fucking electrons were never really much of my strong suit. And yet here I am with this nigga in front of me dropping the word dopamine as if he wants me to recite its chemical compound on the spot. Fast forward a few years later. The other day I had a shower thought. Oh, dopamine. He was addicted to a constant state of feeling good. But what is dopamine? Is it that feeling you get when you bet the entirety of your paycheck on black? That feeling you get when the girl finally DMs you back after her 12-hour nap? Or is it even that feeling when you see a rush of people liking your new post? When I finally realized, damn, we're all addicted to dopamine in different ways for real. The year is 2025, in which everyone and their damn mom is on social media. Whether it be on the gram flexing their bougie restaurant entrees or their low-key spam account which contains their deepest and darkest secrets, there ain't a single nigga out there who ain't got at least one form of social media. Now, social media in itself isn't a bad thing, as I mean, we are the ones using it at the end of the day. But I wouldn't be surprised if the people who came up with Twitter, Instagram, or even TikTok studied human behavior, as this shit is literally straight up addicting by design. You ever realize how doom scrolling has become so normalized that you even witness it when you're out in public? Like, that ass, you'll be at the gym waiting for a machine when you start to notice the person's taking abnormally long. All right, it's time to hit some lat pull downs. Never mind. There's already someone on the machine. It's whatever. I'll go do something else and then come back. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. All right, time to hit some lat pull downs now. Let's go back to the machine. See this guy. What the This nigga's still using the machine? Damn. Must be going for a PR or something. It's whatever though. I'll just check in one more time. It's all good. All right. Just finished this last workout. I gotta go see if this guy's still in the machine, bro. The gym's about to close. There ain't no way he's still there. Oh, hell no. There ain't no way this guy's still on the machine, bro. I gotta see how much sets he has left, bro. Hey, yo, bro, how many sets you got left, big dog? Yo.
I love a good
yo, bro.
Right? Putting together.
This shit even takes place with people you know sometimes. Like, somehow you'll be having one of the most intellectual, deep, thought-provoking conversations of all time when all of a sudden you hear, bro, come to think about it, like, how are countries and billions of dollars of debt? Ain't that money shit fake anyways? Can't they just print more, bro?
Damn, bro. I never thought of it like that, bro. That's a really good point.
Nigga, are you on Instagram Reels? Gen Z's dopamine receptors have literally been fried, as growing up on the internet has practically desensitized hella people to actually enjoy the real world. I swear you could be out in public and it's become so normal to not even want to engage in the world around you. Like, that ass, you could be on the bus, in line at a store, or even waiting at your dentist appointment, and majority of the people in your vicinity will be straight glued to their phone. To a point to where if you're now the guy staring outside the window on public transit, or better yet, analyzing his environment in the public space around him, you're now considered the odd one out, or the weirdo. At the end of the day, it's your life, so make sure you live the life you see fit. But there ain't no way in hell you can deny the simple fact that the human body was absolutely not designed to stare at a screen 24/7. We've all been or even know of the nigga who has abnormal amounts of screen time on his phone. Like, somehow he managed to pull off having more screen time hours than the day itself. Social media in its beginning stages wasn't too crazy. Back then, you only had niggas care about posting funny selfies or even pictures of random things. Then some time flew by and short form content quickly became the norm. I'll never forget the time one of my boys told me he beat TikTok. At first, I was like, what the fuck? How did you even beat TikTok? Then he showed me his phone, and not only were the videos on his For You page having only hundreds of likes, you know, the videos no one's seen before, but he had also had the same ones reappearing on his feed because they had nothing else to fucking show him. The year is 2025, in which gambling has somehow officially become mainstream. Like, don't get it twisted, the concept of gambling and even casinos had existed a long ass time ago, but now with the use of the internet, it all started with simple shit like opening cases in a damn video game. Back in these times, people used to stream themselves on Twitch doing mass openings in games, but then very quickly it somehow evolved to niggas straight up betting cartoonishly large amounts of money I'll probably never see in my life on virtual casinos. After hella controversy around the subject, Twitch decides it would be a good idea to ban it, as otherwise it would indirectly be endorsing this content to people who could potentially be underage. Fast forward 3 months later, a site named Kickdrop, which was a streaming platform, literally opened not that long after by Stake.com, the most visited online gambling site in the world. To this day, tens of thousands of niggas still tap into those streams, straight watching these guys burn through abnormally large amounts of money. The thing is, all this shit is just strictly the internet. At first, I thought to myself, damn, this shit is hella entertaining to watch. Then I quickly started to notice that hella people around me aren't just watching this shit, but they're actually gambling themselves. You'll be chilling with your boy, then all of a sudden your conversations start sounding like these. What I'm saying, like, here I am thinking me and her are hitting it off, and all of a sudden she ain't answering me back.
Damn, bro, that's actually crazy.
Dog, what do you think? Are those slots on your phone? Somehow gambling has become so normalized, you're considered crazy if you don't do it.
Let's go, bro. Just locked in these picks for the ball game, bro. Yo, bro, what are your lines looking like, bro?
My what?
Your line, bro. Like betting, like your betting lines, bro.
I don't really be betting like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really tapped into the betting world like
Bro, like FanDuel, Bet365, Parlay.
Yeah, no, I heard you, bro. I don't have those though. I don't really gamble.
Bro, if you're a loser, just say that, bro.
Like, don't get it twisted. Gambling sometimes can be hella enjoyable, whether it's with your friends or even on your ones. But there ain't no way in hell sitting in the passenger seat as your boy tries to gamble his way out of a fucking ticket is ever a good spot to be in.
475, but hold on 1 second. Oh, man. 13s versus 10s. You got to hit those. You always got to hit those 13s. Sorry, sir. 1 second. Oh!
Or even sitting in the back seat of your boy's whip as he's in the driver's seat, losing every single possible spin on fucking slots. However, you might want to stick around, though, just in case he wins, because then it's a different question. He might be the type to take the squad with him. Drugs and alcohol have existed since the dawn of time. I mean, this shit ain't nothing new. Older generations like Gen X or even baby boomers had to deal with the tobacco epidemic, as it was literally campaigned and advocated for during this time. Yeah, here we are a couple generations down, and yet we've seen the side effects and still proceed to not give a fuck. Who you talk to or the environment you're in at the time will never fail to depict the kind of shit people are actually on. If you're at a party and you ever have to use the washroom, don't be surprised when you see niggas walking out of there with the sniffles alongside white shit underneath the nostrils of their nose. Depending on who you're chatting to, smoking usually means one of two things. 1, cancer sticks. Side effects may include reduced running ability, struggling to gain breath, and extreme yellowing of teeth. 2, weed. Side effects may result in you potentially smelling like shit everywhere you go, and your brain might slowly turn into mush. If you're ever out and about and someone asks you for a cigarette, don't be surprised when they tell you they go through multiple packs every couple of days. And if you're around niggas who say they smoke but almost have a heart attack when you hand them a cig, don't be surprised when you hear the number of 8th they face this week. What was always funny is when in school they did those little anti-smoking PSA things. Like, I remember when we were younger, they used to call niggas down to the gym and have some public speakers showcase a video about why you shouldn't smoke or shouldn't do drugs because it's bad for you. Then niggas got older and couldn't give a flying fuck about how bad it was for them. Niggas would deadass look you square in the face and be like,
bro, you know this shit has rat poison in it, bro?
what the hell? Hell no, I did not know that shit.
Now you know, bro.
Jonathan, why the hell are you still smoking that?
Bro, if you want one, you could just ask, bro.
Then there's alcohol, and I'm sure everyone always drinks on occasion, as the licks will never fail to make you feel a different kind of way. Only difference is there isn't an occasion every single fucking day. I'm sure everyone has heard a story of that guy who's straight drinking as if the club was going up on a Tuesday. Whole time it's 12 fucking p.m. in broad daylight. If you're not running into this guy outside his house straight chilling, you're probably running into this guy online on the game, as they never fail to make it known how much they've been drinking.
Bro, I'm so fucking sauced right now, bro. This is like my 8th beer, bro.
Yo, bro, it's only like 5:30, bro. People barely got off work, dog.
You're right, bro. I can get at least 5 more in.
What's always funny is if you take a step back and look at the situation, smoking or drinking neither taste or smell good, but we all do it for some reason. Like, if you haven't went nose blind and your taste buds are still functioning, you'll quickly realize how nasty it actually is, and then proceed to engage in it anyways, because, I mean, fuck it. We're here for a good time, not a long time, I guess. All in all, Generation Z has normalized some of the worst addictions of all time. It's become normal to consume endless forms of content on social media, lose an entire car's worth of money betting on black, or even staying high all the time. As the old saying goes, nothing is ever bad for you in moderation. However, it seems like we've taken that saying and thrown it out the window completely. I mean, you tell me, have these addictions become normalized as for some reason everything that feels good isn't actually good for you? Or have people in our generation simply come to the realization that we're not here for a long time instead of good time, and have said fuck it in the process? I gotta cut this shit off again, man. I'm starting to sound crazy again, bro.
Kiss that.
Build a website you love with Wix, where your words create.
Oh, what has gone down since we last spoke? Raw. Donald Trump has arrived in the UK to a larger glazing than a Krispy Kreme donut. There's been a huge twist in the Charlie Kirk case. Because remember the original suspect arrested the old guy? Well, he's now been re-arrested. The FBI has just stunned the world after claiming there is no credible evidence that Epstein trafficked people to others. Israel have officially begun the offensive into Gaza City, and the iPhone 17 prices have finally been confirmed around the world. And depending on where you live, some of us are getting ripped off. All of that and so much more. Like and subscribe if you know what's good for you.
And let's stop the yapping and let's go rapping!
Okay, we've got to start today's video with this story because holy
Corn casserole.
guys, this is getting weird. So you know the original suspect that they arrested at the scene right after Charlie Kirk was shot? This guy? The old bald man?
Shoot me! Shoot me! Was that you? We don't know if it's him. That's right, the name sign.
Well, you'll also know that they released him after they realized that he didn't do it. In fact, the FBI said that he was cleared. All good. Well, now they have re-arrested him. No joke, he's being held without bail. So his name is George Zinn. He is 71 years old, and we're now finding out that from newly released police documents that he claimed that he was the shooter to draw attention away from the real killer in hopes of becoming, quote, a martyr. Weird. He apparently shouted at the scene twice, "I shot him, now shoot me."
Shoot me! Shoot me! Was that you? We don't know if it's him.
And after police detained him and asked him where was the gun, he refused to tell them because obviously he had no idea.
That's right, the name sign.
But it gets even stranger because while in hospital, he apparently didn't want investigators to look on his phone. And when they naturally asked why, according to reports, he straight up told them because that's what he uses to look. Pretty weird. Now, as for the man who authorities actually believe is the real killer, yesterday evening he made his first court appearance and he was officially charged and he was officially told that he is facing the death penalty. We also got official confirmation on a number of things during this press conference that was done last night by Utah's County Attorney Jeff Gray. He said that they found text messages between Tyler Robinson and his roommate, and these text messages pretty insane. Now, everything I'm about to read out was after the shooting, and one of the first was instructions for his roommate so you still could probably see it. But the original, the OG, the creator, not a laughing matter anymore, apparently. Now, I do believe that there is a lot of significance behind the Krispy Kreme glaze that they're giving Trump right now. But I think once his full visit is wrapped and we have all of the details laid out, we can do a full summary of it all and all of our thoughts on Friday's episode. So look forward to that. Subscribe and like if you are not. But moving on. Also, speaking of Trump, we heard a bombshell statement from the FBI director Kash Patel relating to Jeffrey Epstein in the last couple of days. And buckle in for this one and pull up your socks, because this might knock them off. Because he essentially suggested that Epstein acted alone and did not involve anyone else in his deplorable acts.
Himself, there is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one
For the information that we have
in the files.
in the case file.
Okay.
He added that although the FBI files don't implicate any Epstein associates, that doesn't necessarily mean that others were not involved. So a bit of one of those yes-no answers. And look, I'm not going to say anything else apart from read this Reddit thread, this comment, because I feel like it just summarizes it beautifully. Fantastic. Then there should be no issue immediately releasing the files. Yeah, unredacted, of course, since there is nothing credible. Yeah, that's just the kind of feeling that we're all getting right now. Moving on. Also, guys, it has begun. Israel have officially begun taking over Gaza City after launching today a major ground offensive with tanks, troops, and armored vehicles. And this is despite huge backlash and criticism from nations around the world, which we discussed in detail a few weeks ago. Now, we did know for some time that this was about to happen, but now it's officially begun, with Netanyahu claiming that the city is one of the last remaining strongholds of Hamas and that they aim to evacuate civilians from the region with what they call a temporary 48-hour evacuation corridor to allow residents to flee. The big question that everyone is asking is flee to where? But the thing is, the timing of this offensive is pretty insane, because at the exact same time, a UN Commission inquiry officially ruled for the first time that Israel are committing genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. Now, this report cites evidence such as mass civilian casualties, widespread destruction, and deliberate policies leading to starvation and forced displacement. However, Israel has responded to this report, and they called it distorted and false. This also comes at the exact same time that 250 US state lawmakers have gone to visit Israel. Netanyahu's office described it as the, quote, largest ever bipartisan delegation of American lawmakers to ever visit the Jewish state. As always, I'd love to know your thoughts on this whole topic in the comments, but for now, moving on. Also, since we last spoke, we are only a couple of days away from the iPhone 17 launching worldwide, which I will be reviewing, but I fell to my knees when I found out how unfair the prices of the same phone is around the world. Good enough. Good one, Dylan. Didn't want to break the old knees by going too crazy, and it's supposed to be in slow motion anyway, Alex. And let me tell you, some of us are getting ripped off. So for starters, it kind of makes sense. The US have it cheapest with the most basic model, standard 256 gig, going for $799. All of this will be translated into US dollars, aka, for my brain, converted. Canada has its second cheapest, only being $18 more expensive. China is chilling not far behind, $842. Japan and Hong Kong are sitting just under $900, while other countries like the UAE, Australia, and India are edging towards the mid-900s now. Switzerland and New Zealand, they sit around the $1,000 mark, so we're already at 200 more, followed by the UK here and Germany, who are now paying around $300 more for the exact same phone. Most other EU countries price the phone between $1,100 and $1,200. In South Africa, you guys can't catch a break because not only can you not charge the phone, thanks to your load shedding, sorry, that was uncalled for.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
But they're also paying a massive $1,200. And if you live in the next two countries, you're just straight up cooked. Brazil, you're looking at $1,500, and Turkey, $1,890. What is going on, Turkey? That is double what the Americans are paying for the same phone. Oh, and if you actually want a heart attack, go through the prices of all the Pro models. Then you're gonna cry. I paid £1,400. That's like a $1,900 for the Pro Max. Rough. Don't